Another mastermind hit.
Welcome to 420 Live, Ohio's premier cannabis news channel, with program news, product reviews, cultivator tours, and hard-hitting LLC interviews, with your hosts, Mastermind and Pothead Genius. Without further ado, it's 420 Live.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mastermind here for Ohio Cannabis Live and 420 Live. And I had to come on here because there's just been too many things going on that I can't ignore. I can't ignore all these messages on Reddit about claims of moldy weed. I can't ignore the Galenas Recall. I can't ignore the fact that dispensaries have the nerve to turn patients away for recall material. Hold on one second.
Another mastermind hit.
Hello? I'm broadcasting live. I'm going to have to call you back. And that's what happens when you're really live. It's just, at this point, I just want to get some things cleared up. I've looked at the pictures of 3 different things. I saw some alleged moldy stuff from Certified, Pure Ohio, and Buckeye Relief. I looked at these things, and I would say that there definitely is a concern on some of these pictures that I've seen. I've had some other people look at the pictures who are in the program, who work for the program. What's up, Hippie Smiles? And, you know, again, it is a mixed bag as far as whether or not it's mold or not. Without running it through a lab analysis, we can't determine mold, what kind of mold, how, you know, we need lab reports. So these things are supposedly being tested. I think the thing that kind of shocks me the most is a dispensary issuing a refund based solely on the patient's opinion and not being clear about, okay, now you're saying are you doing a refund policy where you are going to give people their money back if they think the stuff is moldy? Because that wasn't their initial understanding. My understanding was you can only get the refund like that is if it was a statewide recall. But I guess one dispensary in particular decided that they're going to issue a refund just based on your opinion and your word. And more power to them. But I think my concern is that every dispensary is not going to have a patient come in there and say, hey, this is some moldy weed, and just automatically turn around, or moldy cannabis, whatever, and turn around and give somebody a refund. I think that's my concern, is that one dispensary operates one way, another dispensary operates a different way. And these are all owned by different individuals depending on whether you're dealing with a chain or a private owner that only has 1 or 2 shops. So I think what's important for us to do is to stay vigilant and monitoring what the investigations on these things are. It's important for us to definitely, if you can, look at your material a lot closer, shine a light on it if you need to, and you can purchase a microscope from Amazon. I'm about to blow all of y'all's mind. No endorsement intended. You can buy the same microscope that I use in my videos for $20. It plugs into your phone with a C charger. If you got a new fancy phone, you can get an adapter for USB. You convert it and plug it into. If you have a modern phone, you can plug this microscope right into your mobile device, and you will be able to look at your medicine. Seeing is believing. So, you know, I just want to let y'all know you can go on Amazon and buy a microscope for $20, or even a magnifier, something even simpler than this. They even got one with its own screen and everything for like $40. So, you know, I think what's important, if you think you have something going on with your material, make sure it's the closest, bestest picture we can get so that we can all look at it and get other opinions on it, get a consensus. But I do think that we have some issues that need to be addressed and with the material. And exactly what Hippie Smiles is saying, we need consistency for sure. It's definitely a situation where, you know, businesses have been running their own way for a while. You know, one dispensary runs this way, another one runs that way. One cultivator's doing this, another cultivator's doing this. And I think that there just needs to be a blanket understanding across the board. If XYZ occurs, for example, if you have an issue with a product, typically you're being told to contact the cultivator or processor, and in the hopes of them addressing the issue. And then we have now a situation where a patient is bringing the stuff directly back to the dispensary and they're dealing with it there. And I think that is the most less stressful way for it to be dealt with, and then let the dispensary deal with the cultivator. I think that is a better way. My only concern with that is that, you know, we already have a very bad service time a lot of times, depending on where you live at. And if you have a lot of people that are having return issues, think about Walmart, for example, standing in line for a return at Walmart. We don't want to create any more stress to these fragile operations that we have by adding more people piled in waiting for a return. Imagine a line of people trying to say they want a return, and then half those people, the return isn't even warranted, you know, just because they want their money back because they were dissatisfied with the product. Well, you know, that's not how it works. I mean, you know, typically the only time you're going to be able to return these things is if it's defective or it's a state recall. I mean, if a dispensary wants to give you a return on their own, but don't expect all dispensaries to do that. That's my thing. You say you've heard nothing but good things about Pure. You've heard nothing but good things about Pure. Patient want to run issues with them. Yeah, I mean, Pure Ohio is one of the original dispensaries to open in the second round, I believe, of dispensaries opened. I was there when they opened their first shop. You know, the prices, they are, you know, so it's just really, you know, a lot of these companies have done a good job with conflicts in the past and resolving them with patients, and some of them haven't. I mean, but for the majority, I would say a lot of times people are getting their issues resolved. Not always. And I think that, you know, when things aren't being resolved through whether the dispensary or the cultivator or processor, then the pharmacy should have a very clear-cut process and intake to deal with that. And then they should have an expectation of maybe it takes 3 to 5 business days for them to investigate what your claim is, and let them have some type of action plan that you can expect to happen if it's this, or this. Right now, it's called a hotline, and they say email the pharmacy. The hotline is there to tell you to call, email the pharmacy. I have people calling that hotline and telling me it's completely a waste of their time and energy. And I'm not interested in calling a hotline if it can't help me. I thought a hotline was supposed to be helping. Helpline, but hotline, whatever. It's not helpful if it's not able to offer you any type of solutions to your concerns. It's a waste. It's just the intake. And what are they doing with that information you give them? Are they passing that along to the right people? Yeah, I mean, like I said, I definitely think we're getting to the point of developing some type of recognition service for LLCs, and I'm developing that right now. These things take time to develop, and I can't really give you any insight on it right at this moment because that's proprietary to my operations. But yeah, I'm working on that along with a lot of other things. I do want to let you know that I am working on trying to create opportunities for people to be able to have access to more resources, including employment, including housing, including food assistance and things like that. I'm working on some other programs that will not necessarily be tied into only just cannabis, but will be other services that you might find useful. And I also am creating some technology information on my other channel. Make sure you check out my other channel. It's easy. It's Anthony D. Riley. That's it. Just my name. Nothing else. And I'll be doing a lot of other things on there that I won't be doing here. So on that channel, expect to see things that are technology related. Expect to see things that are just basic health health related things, savings information, how to save money on various things, how to resolve conflicts with various companies, me going and traveling when I'm able to. Right now I'm not able to travel because of my health. I have so many doctor's appointments right now and so many tests. Tomorrow I'm supposed to get a 3-point injection in my back. So they found a weird, I don't know what to call it. They found a weird bone. I mean, not a weird bone, but it's like they said it's a bone spur is what they said it was. And to me, it looks like an alien. Not an alien, but it looks like an alien deformity or something. You see this little point on the end? So here's my other elbow. Okay. And here's the other one. And what we're talking about, what I'm looking at, is this little guy here sticking out. It is the weirdest, coolest thing. It does hurt. So every time I go like this, it's like, so it's just like, now every time I raise my arm from my phone, hold my phone, it's like weight down on my arm. So not a lot they can do about it. It's just something from being, I think what happened was, I think I was so freaking mad at all this stuff going on. I was like, Urgh! I think I did that to myself. Oh man, well my bad, Gerziak. You should never eat while watching 420 Live. Oh man, you should never do that. But no, I thought it was important to get on here and just chat with everyone best I could. Because like I said, these issues with the plant material need to be talked about. We'll talk about it more. Hopefully 420 Live will be back. I just want to touch base with you about the issue that stopped us last week, is that our internet here at the studio, the Wild Cable Company, decided that they was going to threaten me and tell me that if I didn't get rid of my modem that I paid for, they was going to terminate my service. And they actually did. They terminated my service because I didn't switch modems. Well, I made them come out here and prove that there was no issue with my modem. And they came out here and tested everything and said, hey, everything's working great. I don't see any reason to give us switch out modems. Well, they got mad. Well, if you don't do it. And then to get this, they sent a technician over here who was sick and coughing. Yeah, that's all you could say is, wow. Yeah, they just, the reason that they want me to get rid of the modem, and I'm going to share this with my viewers. Anthony Savings, make sure you subscribe to Anthony D. Riley channel right now, because this is where I give you all these tips. I pay $19.99 a month for up to 1 gig internet. The reason it is $19.99 a month is because, one, I'm on the emergency broadband benefit, which takes $50 off your bill. Number two, I own my own modem and I own my own router, which you can see behind me here, on top of my computer. When you do that, you don't pay sales tax on your internet. So if you own your own modem and your own router, or a modem router combo, or whatever it is, and it's compatible with your company, your cable company, your internet company, whoever, then you don't pay sales tax, you don't pay equipment fees, you don't get charged for Wi-Fi. So after all the discounts and everything, a $100 bill is now $19.99. I'm probably the only guy in the neighborhood who's figured this out. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. But they were like, you got to give up that modem and pay us. So as soon as I said, look here, man, you can keep your modem in my house. I'm not even going to hook it up. Charging me $20, $15-$20 for this modem that ain't even hooked up. So it's just crazy. I'll probably switch internet companies because I ain't got patience for nobody to keep. I mean, they literally were turning my internet off at 10 o'clock at night. Then I had to contact them and they'd turn it back on. They deleted over the weekend, they deleted my entire account. Like, no login, no statements. They closed me out of the whole thing. And then they turned it back on, but they would only give me half of my speed. It was terrible. So I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is that if they do anything else to me, I'm definitely canceling them and switching over to somebody else. So any other cable company, Spectrum is terrible. Spectrum wants $109 a month for the modem and the service. They say that the equipment is not being charged, but at $109, they're most certainly charging you for their equipment, because WOW's charging less. but it still ends up being very close. They're charging like 99, and WoW's charging about 90. And then WoW, they sold the Columbus market to a company called Atlantic Broadband. So eventually WoW will not be WoW. It will be Atlantic Broadband in Ohio. So if you have WoW right now, it's going to become Atlantic Broadband. I can confirm this to you. It's public information. If you Google WoW sold some of their company to Atlantic Broadband, it was back in September. It was like for $1.2 billion. And in October, the following month, they started threatening me to get rid of my modem to get theirs. And I even have Twitter messages from these companies saying that the reason that this is happening is because Atlantic Broadband doesn't like my router, my modem. That's the real reason. It's total BS. Total BS. So, you know, yeah, and then there's, and then AT&T, they're doing something. They're doing fiber, $60 for a year, a month. But you gotta watch them on there. They're so terrible with customer service there. It's just as bad as WoW. So dropping from one bad company to another bad company, and it's like they've got the monopoly. I'm hoping I can get some of that Starlink stuff from Elon Musk. Hey, Elon Musk, can I get a Starlink kit? I'll be happy to try one out. I need one of them, man. But they only go 100 megabytes download, so that's not even gonna run my system, man. I'm getting 900 right now. I couldn't stream to y'all without this internet, to be honest with you. I couldn't broadcast without having this internet. So, that's where we're at. So I got to get off here before everybody gets here. And I will try to catch up with y'all. Hopefully I'll see everybody on Friday on 420. Thanks for being here. Go ahead and mash that subscribe button right now. I really do need you to go ahead and do that. And I do appreciate you being here. And I will see everybody next time. Peace.